How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and it is stout time. Imperial Stout, American Stout, even a black ale. This beer is classified a couple different ways, but let's just hope it's good. And that is Dieu du Ciel's Aphrodite, or Aphrodisiac, depending on where you get it. Most of Dieu du Ciel's beers are labeled universally for some weird reason. This one, if you buy it in Canada, it's Aphrodisiac. In the United States, it is Aphrodite. I don't know if that's a law thing or what, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to review it. As far as what it says on the label, it says Brasserie Dieu du Ciel, Aphrodite. Let's see, stout brewed with cocoa and vanilla, 6.5% alcohol by volume, unfiltered, government warning stuff on that side. Brewed by Dieu du Ciel. Illustration by Yana Brousseau at gmail.com. And story. Aphrodite is a black ale expressing aromas and flavors of vanilla, dark chocolate, and roasted malt. The vanilla and cocoa marry nicely without over-competing each other to produce a surprisingly well-balanced beer. This beer is mildly hoppy, but the cocoa introduces a touch of bitterness, never too sweet. This highly appreciated dessert beer is brewed with the first-rate cocoa and vanilla beans. So there you go. As far as label-wise, again, I say this every single time. If you've watched any of my Dieu du Ciel reviews, labels are off the hook. The best labels in the biz. That's all there is to it. They're absolutely fantastic. That's why a lot of the label stuff, when I read it, I skip over stuff, government warning stuff, this, that, and the other thing. I usually skip over the brewery information stuff. Every single one of my reviews, I give the email address to the illustrator because he deserves props, because his art style and art direction is absolutely fantastic. So, and the other great thing about Dieu du Ciel reviews, if you've never, or not reviews, beers, but if you've never watched any of our other reviews, you don't need a bottle opener, because they're twisties. You gotta love a fantastic beer, high-end beer that is a twisty. Something about that just makes me giddy every freaking time. So, let's see what we got. God damn. This is a, what is it? 6% beer? This is a 6.5% beer, okay? It's pouring out like a 10%, 15% beer. I mean, look at that thing. Crazy, beautiful, coffee-colored head, super creamy top, cascading smaller to larger bubbles. The color itself, I mean, everything about it. You got your beautiful cascading onto the head bubbles down there. Color-wise, I can glean the ever so slightest color from the edges. Seeing a rich mahogany, but that's it. It's 6.5% beer. What the hell is going on here? That looks fantastic. Let's see what the nose has to offer. Coffee, vanilla, slight touch of chocolate. It's got to be huge in vanilla. I have a really hard time picking up vanilla for some reason, and I can smell it, so it's in there. That cocoa, that chocolate is there, but it's not nearly as big. Roasted malts and a bit of coffee. Tinge of caramel, maybe. I mean, 6.5% alcohol beer. Bringing that heat. I love that, man. God damn it. I wish I lived in Montreal. Well, wish I lived in, where is it, upstate New York, right next to Montreal. Anyway, we won't get into that. But, yeah, it smells like a beautiful Imperial Stout, even though it is a regular stout or a black ale as far as they are concerned. So, yeah, it smells beautiful, looks beautiful. Let's see if she tastes beautiful. Cheers. Oh, yeah. It's a vanilla bomb. Ton of vanilla. With just a little bit of cocoa in there to kind of balance that out a little bit. And it does have a dryness to it. A hop bite with a slight bit of dryness to it. Which, hey, that's not too shabby if I should say so myself. Mouthfeel is thin. But it's thin because it's a 6% beer. It's tricking you. It's giving you these flavors that you expect from a much, much bigger beer. But it's not. It's only 6%. well, although your brain thinks you're drinking a 10, 11% beer. So I think that's kind of where that less than desirable mouthfeel comes into play. And that's kind of one of the beautiful things about Dieu du Ciel. The flavors they bring out of low ABV beers is, I'm going to say it right now, it's voodoo, it's witchcraft. I don't know what the hell they're doing up there. Because I love big beers. I love high ABV beers, not because they're high in ABV. I actually don't like getting drunk. I love the taste of the high ABV beers, and a lot of times you can only accomplish that taste with bringing that alcohol to get that body, to get those flavors out of there. So when a company like Dieu du Ciel with this, their Aphrodite or Aphrodisiac, or their Roots des Spices, or I did another review of their German wheat beer, that bring these flavors, they're way bigger. It's a testament to what they do. So there you go. Vanilla, a little bit of cocoa, roasted malts, but not in your face. Dry hop. Bite. Absolutely beautiful beer. Can't recommend it enough. Overall rating, I give it a 90. Deserves 90. Absolutely great beer. Could drink this all day. This is, my friends, a session beer. And this is like, not to rant too long, but when I drink when I have there's certain beers companies that I've had, if I had a stout or a black ale or a porter, because they all kind of interchange sometimes as far as what breweries say they are, and I give them a low score, and they'd be like, how could you give that a score that low? I'm like, well, it just wasn't big enough. And then people will be like, well, it's not big, it's not a big beer, you can't expect it to bring that bold bigness. You gave it a 75, even though that's not a bad score. You give it a 75, and for its style or whatever, it should be higher. And be like, this is why. This is why, because yes, you can have a beer that tastes big that has low ABV, if you count 6.5% low ABV, which I do. Anyway, so there you go. Rating wise, 90 flat. Value and availability, that's where it kind of sucks, especially in northeastern Pennsylvania. I know in the outskirts of Pennsylvania, or just across the border, New York and Jersey, you can get Dieu du Ciel pretty readily available. You can't in PA. So for us guys, that sucks. Value or availability, 1. Value, I mean, I think it's $6 a bottle. Gonna knock it a bit, because usually a very strict ABV to cost ratio I think should be kept. I'd like to see this beer around $5 a bottle, $6 a bottle. What I paid for it, I believe. It's a little bit askew, but again, I'm going to give it a 7 for value just because it's that good of a beer. So there you go, 90 flat. Poo-poo score and availability, decent score and value. And there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review as much as I am. If you did or you didn't, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, all 4 of those places, massive beers. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a beautiful beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.